Black Ops 6 just got announced, and as always, we have the campaign, multiplayer, and the return of round-based zombies, and here's all the latest news to stay updated. If you're excited for the return of zombies, make sure to subscribe and comment down below your favorite Black Ops game. Starting off with the biggest change inside of the franchise is the introduction of what Call of Duty calls Omni Movement, which allows players to slide, dive, and sprint in all directions for the first time ever. With this movement, there will be a lot more advanced when you think about other than spamming Y on your controller and sliding around. Finally, this time I feel like Warzone's innovating and then on the new Call of Duty, and instead of doing what Modern Warfare 2 and Modern Warfare 3 did, but we only get to know when the gameplay comes out. Moving on with enemy hit zones. It says in the past Black Ops games, when you eliminated an enemy, they reacted by taking damage based on the hit zone that you struck them in, and depending where it was, you observed an animation based on the location and the shot of the deadliness of the damage. With the return of Black Ops 6, the hit zone regions have doubled, from 4 to 9. With this addition, hitboxes will be a lot more realistic, and the thought process of shooting someone might be a little different in this Call of Duty. Keeping on with the innovative theme, Black Ops 6 will include what some of you Siege players know as corner slicing, and it says when you're running a corner, your camera will tilt around the corner just like leaning inside a Rainbow Six, but it's dynamic, so if you're sliding around a corner, it won't happen neither if you're sprinting and try to go around the edge. Hopefully this won't cause motion sickness for all my weak-hearted people, but I hope this will be a way better feature than what we had in other games. The theme of Call of Duty is the 1990s following the Cold War, and you wouldn't think we would get new weapons to clip people, right? Wrong. We got Black Ops weapons and the new era weapons in the desert era where the M4 and similar weapons like that will be in the game. Personally, I love the era of Cold War weapons. It was super refreshing and hopefully get some similar weapons to that. In the classic fashion of Call of Duty, we will be discussing weapons and we'll also be talking about microtransactions. And oh my gosh, finally the carry forward system Warzone players will be continuing from Modern Warfare 2 and 3 and Black Ops 6 content being integrated with the arrival of Season 1. Personally, I don't know what this means since in paragraph 1 it says the carry forward doesn't mean we have our wait. We don't have to use last year's weapons in a new Call of Duty. Just like Meek Mill's Nightmares, I used to pray for times like this. Anyways, I feel like this year's Call of Duty will feel fresh and entertaining. It's not just a reskin of last year's movement. Modern Warfare 3. As always, with the new Black Ops, a new heads-up display is added, but I realized why I didn't say all Call of Duties because I'm looking at you, Modern Warfare 3, looking at you. Anyways, with the new Black Ops 6 heads-up display is finally a new look that reminds me of OG games, but what's special with this is a new Black Ops game, you will be able to change your heads-up display in drastic ways to suit your needs, and oh man, Treyarch, why'd you have to be so perfect I didn't have to clue in about the HUD, come on man. Finally, for years, content creators have gone without a mode for us to make cool cinematic experiences or for background footage. With the addition of Black Ops 6 to the franchise, I'm glad to announce theater mode will be making a return. And this being a Call of Duty news video, wouldn't be any news with leaks that we got even from the official trailer, and we got a peek of what could be the early version of weapon blacksmithing, and it looks pretty cool. I hate open world zombies, is what a lot of people said, including me, but for the first time in years, we finally have a round-based zombies back with the movement, and I feel like it would be a lot more immersive if a horde of zombies is in front of you, and diving back, having to shoot them, wiping them all out. And why does he look like Deion Sanders? Going back to movement, when streamers got flown out to the Call of Duty testing event, most said the movement felt like Call of Duty Cold War. And I can't wait to play that again because the movement felt a lot smoother than this clunky movement we have today. And I like when Rebirth came back, all the possibly old players might come back because when I played Modern Warfare 2, it was such a big change from Vanguard. Finally, the grind will be back from what the old Prestige system is, and it's coming back to the new Black Ops 6. Once you hit your maximum player level, you have an optional choice to enter Prestige, and doing this ranks up so you can relock your fresh gear, and once you do that, you can go into loop 1 level through 55, and there's thousands upon thousands of levels to climb through, and the full system will be at launch so players can play at their own pace. Since we covered all the basic stuff, we're now going to get into the in-depth details about the launch of Black Ops 6. Before that, we need you to subscribe because 1% of y'all subscribed, which is absolutely diabolical numbers. Getting into the return of zombies, the return round-based game mode will be 2 maps expected on launch with tons of secrets to discover, it says. With it being in the 90s, it could be really cool compared to the basic themes of World War II that we've had multiple times in the franchise, and I can't wait for the interesting maps and how it'll be, and I can't wait for this to come out. It wouldn't be a Call of Duty without a good campaign, right? Well, sort of if MW3 didn't ruin that reputation. Anyways, it says with a mixture of new and familiar faces, legendary wildcard also returns to the fight. Though a Cold War Adler is back with his motivations unclear and his former ally might become his enemy. There's a mission where you infiltrate an old sewer system under a casino in Europe, and yells and falls of the enemy can be heard. It stays focusing on replayability, and your mission can change on how you interact with the world around you. With the campaign, it's the Call of Duty headquarters returning. It says your central base of operations between campaign missions is a remote rambling manor house perched atop a granite cliff where offers more exploration in the old safe house in Cold War. After mission explorations complete, you head to evidence board last seen in Cold War, upgraded with more intel, and you have to solve the puzzles in the storyline and choose your best course of action. Moving on to the more in-depth movement, already stated Audrey movement, but with this it's a lot more complicated, so let's get through the updates. The movement's going to feel a lot more how streamers, it's going to feel like Black Ops Cold War. It's a lot more different from how current day movement feels, and with this it's going to be like a super Call of Duty, which is going to just sprint in all directions, go full 360 while prone, which I don't really like because campers just got buffed where you can like just stay there for a long time and aim anywhere, which I'm kind of cooked. But with this, it feels like the game just, you change how you make your decisions, and yes, you can slide cancel, but also it changes how you do the course, in my opinion. Like, it's gonna feel like Cold War and Advanced Warfare made a baby practically. Always with the Call of Duty trailers and COD Connects, I pull up something barely anyone knows, and I think this is one of them. They call it World Connectivity, and it's practically an animation overhaul, and they call it keeping the player in a flow state, minimizing jarring between animations, which I think is practically them smoothing out how many animations show up. And I love this because current day Call of Duty looks so jumbled when you're going around, going past the corner and all that. With the corner cut mechanic, you're going around and you aim your camera to the side, practically like leading in Rainbow Six. Where speeding around the angle won't happen and won't be as dramatic as you're creeping around a corner because it is called dynamic, I guess. I feel like they smoothed out the animation since the last Black Ops games because the last two Modern Warfares were just such rushed feeling games, and hopefully this will be much better than what we've had. With sources saying the new Black Ops game will use the updated unified Call of Duty engine that was used on the Modern Warfare and other sub-franchises, it's gonna feel like what most of the Black Ops games have felt like, and I'm all for it. But with the updated engine also comes updated visuals and graphics, and they say Black Ops 6 strikes a balance between real and hyper-real, which is recognized by watching high-octane movies. Well, hopefully this won't make my PC blow up, but do you realize how the graphics downgraded between Vanguard and updated MW2? But my FPS went down, and that's just crazy to me. My honest thoughts on this, it could revive the dead spot that has been for a while in the shooter games in general, but if it lives up to this hype, they could be one of the GOATs in Call of Duty just by the sheer refreshment it gives to the game. And the rewards for the pre-ordering look cool though. You get a Hunters and Hunted pack with a Black Stone the first game, first season, and Gobblegum pack, and a Woods Operator pack, as well as a bunch of Mastercrafts. And also, returning Mastercrafts makes me genuinely happy because it feels so cool compared to the boring blueprints we have today, and hopefully it has a cool inspect that we had in all the old Call of Duties, and instead of all that basic stuff we have in the new Modern Warfares. But it's also good to know the last couple Call of Duties have had a system where getting on a hook and then just disappoint. So hopefully we won't get blinded by the nostalgia of the Black Ops title and all that new shiny stuff again, but we will all have to buy the Call of Duty, and hopefully it does not let us all down. If you generally enjoyed this video and watched it to the end, thank you for watching, and I hope you all enjoyed this. This video took a while to make, and I should be back on my normal schedule, and you all have a great day, and I'll see ya.